Beyond the Looking Glass, Part 2, The Crescendo of Wonderland. Welcome back, cosmic travelers. In Part 1, we journeyed through the Looking Glass, dove into the rabbit hole, and sat at the table with the Mad Hatter, unraveling the threads of time and reality. But Wonderland is vast, and we have only just scratched the surface. Now, we venture deeper into this surreal realm, where the archetypes of our subconscious take form. We will meet the Cheshire Cat, the tyrannical Queen of Hearts, and confront the ultimate truths they hold about our own existence. The Cheshire Cat, the paradox of perception and being. At first glance, he seems like a mischievous trickster, materializing and disappearing at will, leaving behind only his grin. But don't be fooled by his playful demeanor. He is one of the most powerful symbols in the story. The cat represents the quantum paradox, the mysterious nature of reality that exists both as wave and particle, both here and not here. In many ways, the cat is the guardian of ambiguity, the key to understanding the fluid nature of perception. Think of the Cheshire Cat as a metaphysical gatekeeper, offering Alice and us a lesson in non duality. He appears when needed, vanishes when not, leaving only his smile, a symbol of the idea that existence and non existence are intertwined. In quantum physics, this mirrors the superposition principle, where particles exist in all possible states simultaneously until observed. The cat, like Schrodinger's thought experiment, is both alive and dead, both present and absent. His existence challenges us to transcend the limited binary of this or that thinking. Philosophically, the cat embodies the concept of Maya, the illusion of the material world. He shows Alice and us that what we see isn't always the full story. His cryptic statement, "We're all mad here," isn't just a playful remark, it's an invitation to embrace the chaotic nature of reality. In a world of constant flux, only by accepting paradoxes can we begin to approach truth. Reality, as the Cheshire Cat illustrates, is a construct of the mind, shaped and reshaped by perception. This is a profound realization. What you think of as solid ground is not so solid after all. And here's the kicker: the cat teaches us about selfhood. He questions Alice not about the external world, but about who she is. Who are you? He asks. This is the pivotal question that all seekers must confront. It is the question of the self. Are you the body, the mind, the soul? The cat grins because he knows the answer already, and it's one that we must discover for ourselves. The self is fluid, impermanent, ever changing. You are both everything and nothing, just like the Cheshire Cat, appearing and disappearing in the fabric of the cosmos. The Queen of Hearts, ego, and the tyranny of desire. Next, we face the formidable Queen of Hearts, a character so consumed by her own will to power that she rules through fear, constantly demanding off with their heads. But here's the truth. The Queen of Hearts isn't just a ruler in Wonderland, she is an archetype of the ego at its most unchecked, representing the dominance of the lower mind and the destructive power of unbridled desire. Esoterically, the Queen of Hearts symbolizes the tyranny of the false self. In spiritual traditions across the world, the ego is often seen as the greatest obstacle to enlightenment. The queen's obsession with control, punishment, and her ever changing whims are direct reflections of the ego's tendency to grasp for power, to dictate reality based on its desires and fears. She seeks dominion over Wonderland, just as the unchecked ego seeks to dominate our own inner worlds, imprisoning us in cycles of craving and aversion. Historically, rulers like the Queen of Hearts can be seen as metaphors for the tyrant kings of ancient cultures, the pharaohs, emperors, and dictators who believed their authority was absolute. But metaphysically, this archetype transcends mere history. The queen shows us the cost of living in service to the ego. Her reign is built on fear and illusion, much like the ego's false perception that it is separate from the greater whole. In occult philosophy, this illusion of separation is the original sin, the primordial error that leads to all suffering. But the Queen of Hearts, tyrannical as she is, also offers a profound lesson. She represents the shadow aspect of the self, the parts of us we do not wish to confront, the raw, unfiltered desires that, if left unchecked, can consume us. In Jungian psychology, the queen is a manifestation of the shadow, the unconscious aspects of our psyche that we must integrate if we are to become whole. To dethrone the queen is not to destroy the ego, but to transcend it, to recognize its role and put it in service to the higher self. In the Queen's Court, we see the chaotic, erratic nature of egoic desire, how it shifts and changes with the wind, how it's never satisfied. This is the fundamental Buddhist truth of dukkha, the suffering caused by attachment. The Queen is in constant agony, not because of external forces, but because of her own insatiable desires. She wants to rule Wonderland, but Wonderland, being a reflection of the mind, cannot be ruled by force. The King of Hearts, the silent companion. A figure often overlooked, but crucial in the metaphysical analysis, is the King of Hearts. He is the silent, passive counterpart to the Queen, and though he holds the same title, he exerts little influence over Wonderland. His silence, however, speaks volumes. In occult symbolism, the king represents passive power, the yin to the queen's yang. He shows that true power does not need to scream, threaten, or demand. True power is quiet, subtle, and internal. The King of Hearts reflects the deeper truth of equanimity, the balanced mind that neither clings nor rejects. In Taoist philosophy, this is the principle of Wu Wei, or actionless action, the art of flowing with life rather than forcing one's will upon it. The king stands in stark contrast to the queen's erratic tyranny, embodying the higher principle of sovereignty through stillness. His role in Wonderland is understated but powerful, teaching us that we do not need to dominate to have control. We need only to master ourselves. The croquet game, cosmic law, and chaos. The Queen's famous croquet game isn't just a strange, whimsical moment in the story. It is a profound metaphor for the way the universe itself operates. In the game, the rules are constantly changing. The mallets are live flamingos, the balls are hedgehogs, and nothing behaves as it should. This chaotic system mirrors the cosmic dance of order and disorder, of structure and chaos, which governs all of existence. In the physical universe, this reflects the law of entropy, the tendency of all systems to move toward disorder. But more than that, the croquet game is a reflection of the law of cause and effect in the metaphysical sense. The queen changes the rules at will, just as reality, from our limited perspective, can often seem arbitrary and unpredictable. Yet, there is a deeper cosmic order beneath the apparent chaos. The game is a lesson in impermanence and adaptability. The flamingos refuse to remain rigid as mallets. The hedgehogs scatter unpredictably. Just like in life, we cannot force rigid control over what is inherently fluid and changing. The game is not about winning, it is about learning how to play. Those who understand this truth, who can adapt to the shifting rules of existence, will find a harmony within the chaos, the trial, judgment, and the illusion of authority. The final act in Wonderland, the trial, reveals the ultimate absurdity of authority in a world ruled by illusion. The queen, acting as judge, jury, and executioner, demands judgment, but the trial is nonsensical, with rules that change moment to moment. The trial is not about justice. It's about maintaining the illusion of control, just as our own legal, social, and moral systems often mask deeper existential truths. Esoterically, the trial represents the inner judgment that every seeker must face. It is the trial of the soul, where the ego seeks to maintain its grip through the illusion of authority. But the deeper truth is that there is no external authority, only the self and the higher consciousness that watches over it. The trial in Wonderland is a farce because it reflects the absurdity of trying to control the infinite. The queen's judgment is arbitrary, just as the ego's judgment of the self is often based on illusions and fear. To pass this trial, one must see through the illusion of external judgment and realize that the only true authority lies within, in the higher self, the silent witness beyond the ego's games. The White Rabbit, the call to adventure, and eternal seeking. The White Rabbit is the initiator, the one who lures Alice and us out of the comfort of the known and into Wonderland's depths. He represents the call to adventure, that inner stirring, that divine restlessness urging us towards something beyond our current understanding. He's not just a panicked creature with a pocket watch. He's the embodiment of divine discontent, the energy that compels seekers to break from the ordinary and pursue the extraordinary. In esoteric terms, the rabbit leads Alice into her subconscious, representing the spark of intuition guiding us towards self discovery. The rabbit hole itself is the chasm of the unconscious, the entrance to hidden realms within. Following the rabbit is a choice to explore these depths, a choice each seeker must make to truly know the self. The journey is not a safe one. It demands surrender to the unknown, trust in the path, and the courage to let go of linear, rational understanding. Historically and symbolically, rabbits are tied to lunar cycles, mirroring the soul's journey through phases of death and rebirth, forever in motion, yet always just out of reach. The rabbit's urgency, his obsession with time, reflects our own pursuit of truth, an endless chase for knowledge and meaning in an ever shifting universe. In him, we see that truth is elusive, just beyond our grasp, urging us onward, but always demanding deeper inquiry, greater surrender. The White Rabbit's ultimate message: trust the path, follow the call, and embrace the mystery. He initiates the journey, but the exploration of Wonderland, the journey through the self, is ours alone to navigate. He embodies the catalytic force that prompts transformation, but leaves us to undertake the metamorphosis. To follow the rabbit is to heed the soul's calling, to willingly descend into the depths of our own mind, and to discover what lies beyond. Conclusion. And so, as Alice awakens, she carries Wonderland within her, the truths she uncovered subtly woven into her reality. But here's the secret: you don't truly leave Wonderland. Once you cross that threshold, seen through the looking glass, follow the rabbit down the depths, you realize that Wonderland isn't a place you visit. It's a mirror held up to your mind, a map of the universe, and an eternal part of you. Each of us has the white rabbit within, urging us forward, and the Mad Hatter, embracing timeless wisdom, whispering to us about the nature of reality, the Queen of Hearts and Cheshire. Cat lie hidden in the folds of our psyche, challenging us, revealing our shadows, and reminding us of the paradoxes that define existence. Wonderland shows us that truth is never a single path, nor a final answer. It is a dance through layers of reality, a symphony of endless discovery. You've glimpsed a mere fragment of the vastness in these symbols. But there are other tales, other mysteries waiting for those ready to see beyond. What lies within other mythic realms? What veiled secrets does the Wizard of Oz conceal? Or the labyrinthine depths of Moby Dick? For those who dare, every story is a portal, every symbol a map, and this journey, seekers, adept, and neophyte alike, is far from over. So, what will you uncover next? There is a universe in every myth, a cosmos in every symbol, waiting for you to delve deeper. And as always, I'll be here, ready to explore with you. The Meta Center, for over 60 years, has been a space where you can freely research, learn, and share with others about whatever may interest you. Free classes, where many are learning about science, AI, engineering, metaphysics, wellness, and more. Here, you'll find many supplements for your well-being, such as monatomic gold powder, which was allegedly used by the pharaohs of ancient Egypt. We are also the largest herb supplier in Chicagoland, with over 70 organic wildcrafted herbs, mushrooms, roots, barks, berries, fruits, and leaves, which have been used for thousands of years for a variety of purposes. We thank you for your continued support. To learn more, visit us at metacenterchicago.com or give us a call at 708-668-4909. Until the next time that we speak, take care.